It's all my fault. I drove Spider-Man away. Spider-Man was a hero. I just couldn't see it. He was a thief! A criminal! He stole my suit! He's a menace to the entire city! I want that wall-crawling arachnid prosecuted! I want him strung up by his web! I want Spider-Man!
So if you remember back in September, early September to be more exact, Disney officially gave Spider-Man the boot from the MCU. Yes. This led to many fans and actors being upset with this decision, and all of them blaming Sony. Now, if you're a follower of the JoshPod, aka saw my awesome clickbait title and just decided to click on that video, well, first off, thank you. You should like and subscribe, tell your friends all about us. But you're also aware that it wasn't Sony's fault for, you know, getting rid of Spider-Man. It was, in fact, Marvel's fault. And more specifically, in that video, we talked about the partnership between Sony and Marvel. I explained in the video that Sony simply wanted to renew the deal with Marvel, but Marvel was all whining and complaining and wanted more money, and even though Marvel was getting like a fair deal, like they got all the merchandise money and all the money from Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. So Marvel backed out of the partnership, and Sony still wanted to make the Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland, and I think they're planning to make 2 or 3 more movies. But still with Tom Holland and everything, but just has nothing to do with the MCU. Jumping back to today, it was announced recently that Tom Holland, who plays Spider-Man in the last 5 movies, it turns out that he's not going down without a fight.
Come on, Spider-Man. Come on, Spider-Man.
Though he was still planned to be Spider-Man in the upcoming Sony movies, Tom Holland, you know, still wanted that extra paycheck from Marvel. Wait, sorry. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. He wants to please his fans and make everyone happy. No, I read it right the first time. He wants a bigger paycheck. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Tom Holland actually went to the CEO of Disney, Bob Iger, and the Sony film chairman, Tom Rothman, and begged them to make a deal. Reports say he went to them multiple times, too. And for the record, if I went to somebody multiple times and asked them to make a deal, my ex-girlfriend, she would put a restraining order on me. Just saying. But that's not what Tom Holland got. He actually made a deal with Marvel and Sony. Well, I guess he helped make a deal. Yeah, they made a deal together with Marvel and Sony because of Tom Holland stepping in and showing interest in this project. And this deal is actually pretty similar to what it was before, with some minor altercations. So in this deal, partnership rather, Marvel gets all the merchandise for the upcoming movie, as well as producing it with Kevin Feige. And then Sony would still get the actual movie revenue. There's one slight altercation to this Red New Deal, though. See what I did there? Yeah, done. The new part of this new deal is Marvel actually now gets 25% of the movie revenue, which is not really what Marvel wanted in the first place. Marvel actually wanted a 50-50 split, but hey, it's better than nothing, I guess. And this partnership for now is only just for one movie where Kevin Feige is producing it. And speaking of Kevin Feige, this is what he had to say about this whole thing, according to the same Hollywood Reporter article. He said, quote, "I am thrilled that Spidey's journey in the MCU will continue, and I and all of us at Marvel Studios are very excited that we get to keep working on it." He continues, "Spider-Man is a powerful icon and hero whose story crosses all ages and audience around the globe. He also happens to be the only hero with the superpower to cross cinematic universes. So as Sony continues to develop their own Spideyverse, you never know what surprises the future might hold." So everything's back to normal. Fans are happy, actors are happy, Tom Holland is happy, and everyone's happy, right? Right? Wrong. Well, kind of. Not really, but kind of. So let me explain. Kevin Feige has a lot of movies on his plate that he needs to produce. For example, he's got all of Phase 4 for MCU that he needs to produce. He's got now the X-Men and Fantastic Four, and it was just announced recently that he has a Star Wars movie that he's producing. So he's got a lot on his plate. Which brings me to speculate. I think Spider-Man will be written out of the MCU no matter what. Because why would Disney and Kevin Feige fight so hard to get Spider-Man into their MCU universe and that's kind of redundant, me saying MCU universe. Why is Disney and Kevin Feige fighting so hard to get Spider-Man into the MCU and not get that much profit off of it? I mean, sure, they're getting merchandise money and now 25%, but that's not a lot in Disney's mind. Disney's known for making, millions on, all the upcoming movies that they're planning to release, as well as, we look back and see all the money that they made from the previous movies, especially Endgame. They're not seeing the profits that they see with Endgame and Infinity War and all the other movies that they see with Spider-Man. So I don't see it, like, from a business standpoint, it's not realistic that Disney and Marvel would, continue pursuing Spider-Man when they don't legally have the rights to do it. And I'm not defending Disney or, saying that Sony's cheap or whatever. I'm just saying it's realistic from, like, a company standpoint. They won't put all their time, money, and resources into Spider-Man when they're only getting, like, maybe a sliver back. You know what I'm saying? I guess we'll just have to wait and see what Marvel chooses to do with Spider-Man. And who knows, maybe I'm wrong. But I don't think I'm wrong, because I'm never wrong. But yeah, maybe we'll see. Maybe this upcoming Spider-Man movie will do so well that Marvel's like, you know what? Let's keep trying to fight and keep Spider-Man. But hey, we'll see. What are your thoughts? Maybe you should comment down below and tell me if I'm wrong or not. If you tell me I'm wrong, I'm not going to read your comment, so ha. And speaking of being wrong, the JoshPod. Wait, no. Speaking of being right, the JoshPod. Sorry, I was wrong. Anyway, thanks for watching the JoshPod. If you like this episode, be sure to like and subscribe and hit the little bell icon down there somewhere. It will notify you every time we come out with a new video, whether it's the JoshPod, the Smoji Podcast, whatever. So be sure to do that. If you haven't commented already, go ahead and do that now while I, talk to the audio listeners. Hey, audio listeners, how's it going? If you like this episode, be sure to leave us a rate. You can rate us on the Google Play Store, the Apple Podcast, and on SoundCloud. So be sure to do that. And tell your friend about us. There's like an easy way to send the link out to people, and they can, get my voice in their ear holes. So you should do that. And with that, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys next time here on the JoshPod.